and why you're on the natural way and your background like the arthritis. That's great stuff.
Okay, doesn't make me nervous now,
Don't look at it. Just pretend it's another person who wants to look at me. Well, tell us your name.
Okay, my name is Pamela Dioga. I'm not Afrikaans. I've had what I call silly illnesses all my life. Irritable bowel syndrome, postnasal drip, eczema, all the little annoying things that never went away. You keep buying all this
Not
stuff.
enough to make people feel sorry for you.
Yeah.
But you didn't have cancer.
Yeah. Have another pie, it would go away, you know. It was so, I put up with all that for a long, long time, thinking it was normal. I went to the doctors and they said, nothing wrong with you, it's in your head, so blah, blah, blah. Then all the pain started about 15 years ago. All the pains in my hips and my knees and my shoulders. And I've become forgetful, forget keywords, drive myself to places I should have gone somewhere else. I mean, I was really going dwarf, you know. I was diagnosed after many, many trips and many, many fortunes spent on every test imaginable. I eventually found Dr. Gottlieb after having a hip operation that didn't work. And I was quite amazed by him. I didn't even know Marianne existed then. I was quite amazed by him. I thought, he knew what was wrong with me. He threw all these things away and he said, you've got ankylosing spondylitis and something else, but I'm not sure what. I'm going to send you to someone else. So he sent me to Brian Serembo, a strange rheumatologist who wears Yogi Bear things and long hair. He's about 50, 60 years old.
So he's interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. And he knew his stuff. So he confirmed ankylosing spondylitis and fibromyalgia. So he said to me, look, they're not curable, we don't know why you get them, we can't cure them, but take these pills, they'll only cost you £1,000 a month, and blah, blah, blah. And that's how it went on. So I became more and more toxic and toxic and toxic. And they would keep saying, but I've got a new drug, a new drug, a new drug. I was actually spending £3,000 a month on drugs for 1 year. Before I came to my senses, and I heard Marianne on the radio. And I thought, gee, this sounds right up my street, this sounds really good. So I went and bought one of the books, and the next week I bought another book and stuff, and I got into that. But then you throw it aside for a while, because you go back to all the bad stuff and that, and all the symptoms would come back. So then, it took me nearly 2 years to get into it 100%. When I eventually got diagnosed and they could do nothing, I accepted that I was going to become an invalid. I got to the stage where I was walking around with a stick, I couldn't walk. I became an arthritis teacher. He introduced me to AIM, and I started taking the Barley Life and the Herbal Fibre Blend. Irritable bowel syndrome became manageable. Eczema went away. I was implementing half of the natural way, and eventually I got the course. Got fired from the Arthritis Foundation.
Best thing that could have happened.
Best thing, yeah. They're in there, they're getting all this stuff, but they say, there you are, there's your cake, your biscuit, and your coffee. How many sugars would you like? So anyway, I got the course and started bringing more and more and more stuff in until eventually I was doing it 100%. It took me nearly 2 years to finish that course I gave in today because I moved twice. And there are lots of other stuff that went on in my life. I was actually up till midnight finishing it last night. But to cut a long story short, people have started coming to me with fibromyalgia and ankylosing spondylitis and arthritis. And they say, but my doctor says it doesn't make any difference. I said, well, your doctor hasn't made you feel any better either, has he? So let's try this way. And they're quite happy to go this way. And I feel great on it. My arthritic dog feels great on it.
So you can specialise.
And she likes vegetables, which is rare.
Ingrid Smith in Durban has got her dog onto Frame Essentials.
Really?
And now she's helping all the dogs in Durban with arthritic conditions, putting them on Frame Essentials. Barley Life, Flex.
There you are, there's a niche for everyone to do something. So I'm going to move to George because Heidelberg is full of, basically, a lot of no-hopers. Marianne did a talk there last week, and we've got an amazing 29 people to the talk, which was good for Heidelberg, out of 45 invitations.